And we say good morning to you. We are live again at Food City on South Roan Street on this Food City Friday. Glad to have you with us, and we got lots going on to tell you about again on a Food City Friday on the 9th day of February 2018. Show number 705. 705 is what we've got going on today. We thank you for being with us. Brought to you by Food City and Sprint and Champion Chevrolet and Phil's Dream Pit and Greg Taylor Wells Fargo, and the list goes on and on and on. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen. And so we're all here, and those are just some of the sponsors. Adding some more next week. Very excited about that. So we are here live on the road at Food City again on South Roan Street in Johnson City, where, of course, we've got a big sale going on today. We do every Friday, and today is the Fantastic Friday sale. And here is the sale paper, as they say in France. Here it is, the Fantastic Friday sale. They run down some of the specials because these are can't miss this. This is at all Food City stores all across the chain. Over 130 stores in 4 states, of course, Tennessee, Virginia, Kentucky, and Georgia. Boneless pork loin, $1.49 a pound. Food City Fresh Whole boneless pork loin. White grapes today only 99 cents a pound. Ooh, looking good. Seedless white grapes. John O' Gold apples out of the produce department. Very, very good for you. $2.99. Also today, and today only, Food Club peanut butter. Limit 2, $3.99 for a 56-ounce jar for $4. You can't beat them. Food Club sugar, 4-pound bag for $1.50. Also, some of the other specials. Food Club vegetable oil, limit 2, a gallon for $3.99. A gallon of vegetable oil for $3.99. Limit 2. K's Novelties. Woo, got me some fudge bars. Last time those were on sale, and these went down real easy. Limit 4 frozen K Novelties, 6 box, 99 cents at your local Food City. Also, Kellogg's Eggo waffles. Limit 4 per person. They're frozen for $1.69 with selected varieties. And one other special to tell you about, limited, or I shouldn't say limited, but selected varieties of Jack's Pizza. Limit 4 for $1.50, and that's at all. And those are just some of the specials. All going on again today. Little Debbie snack cakes, buy 4, save more, 99 cents a piece for Little Debbie snack cakes. So good stuff. Armor Meat hot dogs. Let's see, limit 5 per person. The package of Armor Meat hot dogs going for, there's a crease in paper. Does it say $1? Wow, $1. 12 hot dogs to a pack, limit 5, $1 a pack. That's awesome. So if you are in a situation you serve a lot of hot dogs at church or at school or at home, whatever the case may be, that's a sweetheart deal there. Armor Meat hot dogs, 12-ounce package, limit 5, $1 a pack at your local Food City. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross, and unashamedly we do that. And we start today with the verse of the day for this Friday, Romans 8. You can be a conqueror in all things, Romans 8:37 through 39 to be exact. You can be a conqueror in all things through my love, for neither death nor life, nor angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers will separate you from my love. How about that? That is awesome. And again, that's what's going on again with the verse of the day here. Again, you can be a conqueror in all things through my love. Death, nor life, angels, nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers will separate you from my love. How about that? That is awesome. Romans 8:37 through 39. Our guest today on show number 705, our guest joining us in just a few minutes, our buddy Lisa Johnson from Food City, the corporate office, talking about Food City Race Night, which is not that far away. In fact, we got racing coming up in 36 days. So I guess you'd look at 35 days out from Food City Race Night. 36 days out from the big Saturday racing on April the 14th. And, of course, the Food City 500. Jimmy Johnson back in town to defend his crown. 37 days out, and we'll have that for you again. And, of course, we'll tell you how you can get your tickets right here at Food City and get 500 value points per ticket. We make your purchases of your tickets at any and all Food City front office locations, including this one here, James Store on South Roan Street in Johnson City. She joins us a little bit later in just a few minutes, matter of fact. Kelly Essler, the swim coach at Milligan College, named the Coach of the Year in the conference, and several of her youngsters have, several of those, matter of fact, have set school records, and some just did a phenomenal job. And so we'll talk to Kelly Essler about Milligan College swimming. Kevin Harmon joins us talking Tennessee sports. The obvious tonight, the Tennessee basketball team will take on Mississippi State in the opening round for them of the Southeastern Conference Tournament in St. Louis. We'll talk to him about that. Also, we got Mike Hedrick, the NASCAR fans reporter. Big racing weekend in a refurbished and renovated Phoenix Raceway out in the desert. We'll get Mike's take on what's going on there. The preview of the racing for the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series tomorrow. The Xfinity, of course, Sunday the Cup Series, and we'll get Mike's take on all that. Also going to be joined by Bill Patrick from the Kingsport Speedway, Food City, one of the great sponsors there. And also our buddy Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. We're on his station every Saturday night on the American Trucking Network on the big one. 700 WLW covers 38 states, and we're always talking NASCAR and Bristol Motor Speedway. And we always get a chance to throw in Food City and the Food City 500 across 38 states. So we'll talk to Dave, I'm on his show on Saturdays. He's on my show on Fridays. And he's going to talk about the Cavaliers and get his take on who he thinks will be the top 5 teams to be looking out for next week in March Madness. We have a complete look at basketball coming up here in just a few minutes as we're live here again in Food City on this Food City Friday. Again, the fantastic Friday sale going on at all Food City locations. We'll take our first break, come right back, and we'll jump in. We'll delve into basketball. We'll give you up to the minute on all the conference tournaments. Also, high school basketball in Virginia tonight. Got 3 schools trying to punch their ticket to a state championship tonight. We'll tell you who it is and who they're playing. All that coming up next. And our first segment, which is on basketball, we'll do that next right here live at Food City on South Roan Street in South Johnson City on show number 705 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Do you like pulled pork? At Phil's, the pulled pork is cooked low and slow. We cook it all night, but we serve it fast. Our pulled pork is hickory smoked, tender and juicy. We serve the pork either as a sandwich on a bun or platter style with garlic toast. And don't forget to try our pork wings. They taste like a cross between ham and our sweet ribs. It comes as a meal, as an add-on, or part of our meat sampler platters. Pulled pork and pork wings. Just 2 great reasons to stop by Phil's Dream Pit. Eastern Star exit off I-26, 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Good morning to Sheila Stamper. Hello to Rob Fritz. Good morning, and go Lady Rangers today. You got it. Hello to Jerry McNeil and Jerry Keller. We'll start with that story, of course. Maya Parlier was nearly perfect from the field, and her Unaka teammates nearly perfect from the free throw line as the Lady Rangers of Unaka, yay, beat Wartburg Central to win their first ever girls state tournament game yesterday in Murfreesboro. Parlier, 8 of 9 field goals for a team high 16 points. Her teammates at the free throw line made 18 out of 19 from the free throw line as they won again over Wartburg Central 61-54. Sets them up for the semifinals today at 3:45 our time. Unaka at 28-9 taking on Summertown in a Friday semifinal again at 3:45. So good luck. 4 Lady Rangers at double digits, and so good luck to the Lady Rangers today. Last team standing for the ladies in the state tournament in Murfreesboro. Daniel Boone eliminated earlier in the week, so go Unaka. All eyes should be on Unaka. All cheering should be done for Unaka's Lady Rangers because they're representing all of us now from Northeast Tennessee, coming up again in the state tournament this afternoon at 3:45, as we said, in Murfreesboro. Southwest Virginia tonight, it's now or never. Gate City ready to roll tonight for the state championship game against Robert E. Lee Stanton. 26-3 they are. Gate City at 27-2 in the state championship coming up tonight. That'll be happening at the Siegel Center in Richmond at 8 o'clock tonight. Also, that will be for the boys. Also for the Class 2 girls, Y Central's Lady Warriors playing in the state championship tonight. They're going to be taking on, who they playing tonight? I had it and dropped the paper. Let's see, Y Central. They're going to be taking on, yes, I'll get to that in a second. The Class 1 boys, Eastside Spartans at 26-3, taking on the Lancaster Red Devils, 22-5 in the Single A Boys State Championship. And again, Y Central taking on Buffalo Gap tonight in the Girls State Championship. So we have 3 Gate City's boys, Eastside's boys, and Y Central's ladies playing in the state championship games tonight going on, as we said. That's going to be happening in Southwest Virginia, so good luck to those kids there. Coming up, we'll check in with Lisa Johnson, the Food City Family Race Night. Food City Race Night coming up here in just a few minutes. Before we go to the break, let's run down the conference tournament games. And then, of course, we have, as we said, Kelly Essler in the house. You come over and sit right here, young lady. It's your seat. The queen is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. The lovely Kelly Essler. All right, here we go. Southeastern Conference from yesterday had one upset. Georgia looks like the Cinderella story in the SEC tournament as they beat again, the number 5 seed Missouri 62-60. Also, Alabama knocks off the 8th seed. Crimson Tide, number 9 seed. Texas A&M, the 8th seed, beat them 71-70. Also, last night, Arkansas, the number 6 seed, beat the number 11 seed South Carolina 69-64. Also, last night, the team facing Tennessee tonight, the number 7 seed Mississippi State, 3-point win over LSU, 80-77. So your schedule today in the quarterfinals: Alabama and Auburn at 1 o'clock. Georgia. By the way, the Auburn, the number 1 seed. Georgia, the number 4 seed, Kentucky at 3:30. Tennessee in the night series, in the night session, I should say. Tennessee, the number 2 seed, and Mississippi State at 7 o'clock tonight. And then the number 3 seed, the Florida Gators in South Carolina at 9:30 tonight in St. Louis. ACC tournament from yesterday. You have, of course, Virginia defeating Louisville. We told you that one yesterday, 75-58. You had Clemson over Boston College, 90-82. North Carolina, 17-point win over Miami, 82-65. And Duke blows out Notre Dame by 18, 88-70. So tonight it is it is Virginia and Clemson at 7 o'clock. And, of course, round 3 of Duke and North Carolina at 9 o'clock tonight in the ACC. Big 12 tournament from yesterday. It was Kansas over TCU by 2, 66-64. Kansas State, rather. I'm sorry. Kansas beat Oklahoma State 82-68. It was Texas Tech defeating Texas 73-69, and the West Virginia Mountaineers defeating Baylor 78-65. So tonight you've got playing Kansas State and Kansas in Game 1. Game 2 will be Texas Tech and West Virginia. So 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds are playing each other in the Big 12 tonight. Big East tournament coming up today. Xavier and Providence at 6:30. Villanova and Seton Hall at 9 o'clock. Butler knocking off Seton Hall. Got that one wrong. Wrote that one down wrong. My bad. So it was and is going to be the Butler Bulldogs knocking off Seton Hall. So it's Butler playing Villanova tonight in the second game of the semifinals of the Big East tournament. Xavier Providence in Game 1 at 6:30. 9 o'clock, Villanova and the Butler Bulldogs. Conference USA. How about it? We are Marshall, the Thundering Herd, my alma mater, 22-10. They're playing today in the semifinal against Southern Mississippi, who upset Middle Tennessee State yesterday. That'll be a 1:30 tip-off today. And game 2 at 4 o'clock, Old Dominion takes on Western Kentucky in Conference USA. Go Marshall. We are Marshall. Mountain West Conference. 9 o'clock tonight, upset yesterday. San Diego State stops number 4 seed Fresno State. So San Diego State will take on Nevada in game 1. Game 2, another upset. The 7th seed Utah State beat the number 2 seed Boise State. So Utah State takes on New Mexico, who defeated Wyoming last night in the second game of the semis of the Mountain West Tournament. Let's see, who else is playing? Pac-12, you've got coming up tonight. You have Arizona taking on UCLA in game 1. In game 2 of the quarter or semis, you've got Southern Cal taking on Oregon, who upset Utah last night in the Pac-12. 2 more of the Southland Conference tournament today. Semis, Sam Houston State and Southeastern Louisiana, and Stephen F. Austin and Nicholls State. And then in the Sun Belt Conference, you've got coming up today Appalachian State taking on Texas Arlington at 3 o'clock. Texas State and Louisiana at 12:30. Troy and Georgia State at 6 o'clock tonight. And in the nightcap, Louisiana Monroe and Georgia Southern at 8:30. And that is your conference tournaments up to the minute. What's going on there in men's top 25 college basketball and, of course, the college basketball tournaments. Quick break. We will check in with Lisa Johnson from Food City Race Night. And then at the bottom of the hour, Kelly Essler joins us from Milligan College as we're live at Food City on show number 705. And as we go to the break, here is the tickets we were telling you about. You can purchase right there. Get your tickets for Bristol for less at Bristol Motor Speedway here at your local Food City. What I like in the corner, 500 bonus value points for every ticket you purchase. The Saturday race tickets are $30 for adults, kids 12 and under get in free. And then the Food City 500 on Sunday the 15th, which is, 37 days away. Adult tickets are $50. Kids tickets 12 and under are $10. And for every ticket you purchase, again, there you go, 500 bonus value points for every ticket you purchase at your local Food City. So you buy 2 tickets, you basically get 6 gas visits for 15 cents off a gallon. So every 150 points, you get a gas visit. 3 of those go into 500, of course. And then if you do it on Wednesday, you get 30 cents off on a gallon of gas. Quick break. We'll talk to Lisa Johnson about Food City Race Night. Got some heavies coming in to be a part of that on Friday the 13th. We'll talk to her about that right after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one-and-done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the crossings in North Johnson City.
We're back with the Tom Daly Sports Show. He's still on the phone. Hello, Craig Phelps. Hello to Andy Thaxton in West Virginia watching. Hello, Sheila Stanford in Kingsport. Hello, Rob Fritz and Elizabeth watching the show. Thank you very much. Again, yes, go Unaka Lady Rangers in the state tournament today in the semifinals, the girls state basketball tournament. Here's a couple of quick specials. Little Debbie snack cakes, buy 4, save more, 99 cents today only. Also, you have the boneless pork loin, $1.49, and also, you can't go wrong with this. Check this out. These are Jack's Pizzas, limit for $1.50 a piece at all food cities today. And Cave's Novelties. Woo, I love Cave's Novelties. You've got the fudge bars and the, you've got the creamsicles. You've got the moo cows. They're all 99 cents, 6 to a box, limit 4. Those are some of the specials going on. We'll go back to the rest of them here in just a moment. Big event coming up on Friday, April the 13th, which is, if I'm counting right, we are 35 days away from the event. Let's go to the phone. Our buddy Lisa Johnson from Food City's with us. Good morning, young lady. How are you?
Well, good morning, Tom. I'm fantastic. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. Love being at Food City on a Food City Friday. We're on South Roan Street in Johnson City, and it is Food City Race Night coming up on Friday, April the 13th. For folks out there who have no clue what this is all about, this is an awesome event at Bristol Motor Speedway. Tell us what goes on when we have a race night.
Well, Tom, I'm always excited to talk about Food City, and especially Food City Family Race Night. This is actually our 31st year hosting the event, and this year we've already got several heavy hitter drivers that have already confirmed to be with us. Again, the event is on April 13th. It's from 4 to 9. Admission is free. It's a family-friendly event. You know, we've got drivers like Kyle Busch already confirmed to be with us. The 2017 champion, Martin Truex, is going to be with us. They're going to be signing some autographs, and, of course, we're going to be honoring Martin on stage. His younger brother, Ron's going to be with us. Corey LaJoy is going to be with us. Of course, the legendary Richard Petty. And, honestly, Tom, we're getting driver confirmations daily. So it's going to be an exciting event, and there's going to be something fun for the entire family.
So you got Kyle Busch coming, the points champion. Martin Truex Jr. is going to be there for folks to see. When we say you're going to be there, you get a chance to see him, get an autograph with him, get a picture taken. I mean, these guys reach out to the fans and kind of intermingle with the fans that are going to be there, right?
They do, and they're so great to be at our events and spend time with the racing fans. You know, it gives the fans a chance to get up close and personal with their favorite driver. This
will be on Food City Family Race Night, 4 to 9 on Friday, April the 13th. It's absolutely free. And, again, not only that's going to be, or they're going to be there, rather, but there's going to be all kinds of others, food samples, and just kind of give an overview of what's going to be going on in and above and over and above the drivers.
You know, we've got about 34 free food vendors that are going to be there giving away thousands and thousands of dollars worth of samples to the race fans. We're going to have lovable commercial characters. We're going to have show cars, live entertainment, and we will finish off the event at 9 o'clock with fireworks.
And also, here's the cool part, too. Every year, Food City honors a charity, and there's check presentations, and there's money going to nonprofit organizations, and I'm sure this year's going to be no exception to that, too, right?
No, the admission is free for this event, but we're actually going to be talking about our upcoming fundraising campaign for Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Mm-hmm. That's with the ambassador of the King, Richard Petty, who actually, as you said, going to be there. So it's all happening right outside Turn 4, again at Bristol Motor Speedway, Food City Family Race Night, again on April the 13th from 4 to 9. We're going to talk more about it, but again, just go ahead and mark your calendar. If you're a fan of Kyle Busch or Martin Truex Jr. or Ryan Truex or Jeffrey Earnhardt's going to be there. Of course, Larry McReynolds is going to be there. Richard Petty, Harrison Burton, Jeff Burton's son, who's back to defend his Zombie Auto 150 race in the K&N Series. The son of Jeff Burton's going to be there. So that's just a start. As she said, more drivers are adding their name to the list as we get closer to the event. So we'll talk more about this a lot every day, and including next Friday will be at Food City on Eastman Road. Lisa, May the 7th, a big day at Food City. This is going to be exciting. Tell me what's going to be going on May the 7th.
Well, on May the 7th at our Food City store in Johnson City on State of Franklin, we are so excited to announce that we're going to be opening up a Starbucks. So that is going to be a great addition to that new store.
So you're going to have a Starbucks inside of Food City on State of Franklin. Is that correct?
That is correct. And we are so excited about that opportunity. You know, we have got a few stores already that have Starbucks in them. They're doing fantastic, and that is going to be such an asset to that store.
So May the 7th, circle your calendar if you're here in Johnson City or just in the Tri-Cities. There's going to be a very special day when they open up a Starbucks inside a Derrick store there on State of Franklin. We're there all the time. In fact, that's where we shop more times than not ourselves. On a personal note, love the store. And so May the 7th, State of Franklin, Starbucks coming to Food City at that particular store. So Food City, lots going on. And I know before I let you go, let's go back real quick to the Disabled American Veterans. This is a great opportunity. Food City partners with Richard Petty, and we raise money for folks that certainly deserve it. Our military folks have been injured in the line of duty. So Disabled American Veterans is something near and dear to Food City's heart, isn't it?
Oh, it absolutely is. And, you know, we are so honored that we do get to partner with Richard Petty to bring awareness to our veterans that have done so much, for all of us. We just enjoy having the opportunity to be able to give back to them. And our customers are so generous for these worthwhile organizations that we support.
You're absolutely right. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Lisa Johnson, Food City Family Race Night. We'll get you back on next week. I'm getting excited. It is, 35 days away from a really cool event. You got to be there and meet these drivers and the show cars and the food vendors. It's a great atmosphere, and it's free from 4 to 9, Friday night, April the 13th, right outside Turn 4, there at the world's last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Lisa, have a great rest of your Friday. Thank you, dear, and I'll talk to you next week, all right?
Thank you. I look forward to it.
Yep, great job as always, our buddy Lisa Johnson from Food City. Appreciate her very much. And again, Food City Family Race Night. You got to be there for that, man. I'm here to tell you it is awesome because Kyle Busch, that's my guy. Kyle Busch, again, the defending points champion from a year ago. Martin Truex Jr., his younger brother Ryan Truex, Corey LaJoie, Ryan Reed, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Harrison Burton, Larry McReynolds. These are some of the folks who have already signed on. And they keep adding them every day. Hello to Craig Phelps. Hello, my friend. And hello to Jerry McNeil and Jerry Keller. Appreciate you kids watching. And so it's a constant upgrade every day, or update, of drivers that have said, yes, we want to be a part of this great event. Friday the 13th from 4 to 9. It's all free. And so that'll be coming up again at Food City Family Race Night at Bristol Motor Speedway. Then on May 7th, State of Franklin and Johnson City. We're there all the time doing our show. We're going to have a Starbucks inside. That's pretty cool. A Starbucks inside of Food City on State of Franklin in Johnson City. That is pretty slick. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. She's here. She's ready. She, which is really cool, is the Coach of the Year in the Appalachian Athletic Conference, the swim coach, our dear friend, and she does a phenomenal job. Our dear friend, that would be Coach Kelly Essler of Milligan College Swimming. She joins us coming up next. But first, a reminder what's coming up Tuesday right here. We start our coverage. We may be wearing long johns and gloves and mittens, but Tuesday, where'd the spring weather go? Tuesday, rain or cold, we got Elizabethton baseball right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I'm with head baseball coach Ryan, president of Elizabethton Cyclones. And, Coach, we're very excited, my friend. We're getting ready to double the coverage of Cyclone baseball this year. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm excited, too. I think it's a big step for our program. We really believe that getting out there what our kids do and letting the community know what we're doing and what we're up to is very important. The weather can be bad in the spring, and it doesn't matter to us if the weather's bad. We're going to play. We've played in snow. We don't really care about that, but watching baseball in the snow is pretty tough. So I think it's a really good opportunity for our fans to keep up with us. And really, we've got a lot of fans that live in different states, and I think you saw that from the coverage last year. People in all different parts of the country and in the world watching and listening to Cyclone baseball. So we're excited about the opportunity.
Absolutely. And, of course, it all starts March the 13th against Sullivan Central. We got some great games lined up. And, hey, this year we're taking out on the road doing some games, most of the games at Twin Stadium, but we are going to be on the road this year, some big conference games too.
Absolutely. You look early on, us at East, we battled last year with East, and a lot of the same players back on both sides of the field this year. So we're going to be battling with the East early on, and game at Happy Valley, obviously big in-county rivalry. That's also a conference still for us, and then going on the road down to Smoky Stadium. We're going to be playing Pigeon Forge in Jefferson County. Jefferson County goes to the state tournament last year in 3A. We actually beat them last year, which was big for us. And just trying to expand what we're doing here with the program, and this is a big part of it, and we appreciate you coming on board.
Oh, absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. And, of course, it takes sponsorship to make it go, to drive the bus, if you will. And so you've lined up some great sponsors. Tell us some of the folks that are going to be helping out with the broadcast this year.
We're going to be headlined by Chick-fil-A. So they're going to be our headline sponsor for the season. Game night sponsors actually got Carter County Bank and Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. Physical therapy services from here in town. Tri-Cities Health is a great little outfit over on the edge of town between Elizabethton and Johnson City. Just super folks. Blackburn Children's in Stegall over in Johnson City. And we've even got Elizabethton High School Fellowship of Christian Athletes is coming on board. We're really happy to partner with them. They do a lot of great things here in the community and in the school.
It all starts March 13th. Again, it's going to be the Sullivan Central Cougars, our first one. First pitch at 7 o'clock on March 13th. It'll be here before you know it. Coach, what's the phrase that pays? What are we supposed to say? Cyclone?
Cyclone pride. Something to live by, Tom.
Cyclone pride. Something to live by. We'll see you March 13th. Again, looking forward to bringing Cyclone baseball right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page. Again, our coverage will start. I'm not Kelly. She's Kelly. We'll get Kelly. Our coverage starts Tuesday. Could be I may be in long johns, mittens, toboggans, but baseball starts Tuesday at O'Brien Stadium against the Sullivan Central Cougars. First pitch 6:45, or airtime 6:45. First pitch at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night. Brought to you by the good folks from Chick-fil-A, the Crossings in Johnson City on our show. But this particular Elizabethton baseball will be brought to you by Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Our dear friend Tommy Tipton. There we go. Look at this young lady right here. Look at her. She is our buddy, the swim coach of the year at Milligan College, Kelly Essler.
Yep.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm not awake yet.
No, I'm not either. But first of all, thank you. You watch the show when you can, and I appreciate that very much. But you have had a heck of a year. Kind of go back and review real quick how things went. Record-setting year. Kids did well. You got named Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
Heck of a year, young lady.
Yeah, it was awesome, especially for a second season. So we finished out the conference championship, and we went from second to last year to third place this year on the women's side. That was my goal to hit within the next 4 years. I didn't think I'd do it this year. So that was pretty exciting. And Maggie Halloran, she's a freshman. She was a conference champion in 2 events, and she actually broke the whole conference meet record. In the mile, she broke it by 20 seconds. And in the 500, she broke it by about 7 seconds. So that was super exciting to have a freshman as a conference champion. And the girls were just so excited to place third. We had some really great swims by, Maggie and Sarah Farmer. And a lot of my girls hit personal best times this year, Jordan Clark, Anna Hathcock. So we had a total of 40 personal bests between men and women at conference. Wow. And those are lifetime bests. Those are not season bests. So that's very rare. And it was.
So you're talking it's the best they've ever done.
Yeah.
Personal best anywhere in their college. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't interrupt you.
Well, yeah, and then we made 20 national cuts at conference alone, just in the one meet. So that was insane. That doesn't happen very often. So we ended up taking a lot more people to the national championship in Columbus, Georgia than we thought we were going to take. We ended up taking 14 swimmers to nationals, 13 technically. We had Aaron Laverty, who's also a basketball player. I was going to take him on a national championship relay, and he ended up making the national championship with men's basketball. So that was awesome for them, and they did well. So I was happy for them. But
we're talking to Kelly Esler. You see on the screen the Milligan swim coach. Again, she is coach of the year in the conference, which is a heck of an honor. What, second year?
It's my second season, yeah.
Second season at Milligan, gets named coach of the year by her peers, and so what an awesome honor. And that tells you right there what her cohorts think of her. So now you're done as far as the season goes. Do we go into recruiting mode? What do we do now?
Yeah, so now we're still recruiting. I've still got like 5 visits left to go. And it's just kind of feeding off the national championship. I was on the executive board for this year for the executive committee for NAIA swimming. So next year I'll be moving up to vice president for that. So that comes a lot of responsibility, and I'm just trying to figure out everything I need to do for next year for that. But recruiting's going well. We've had 8 commitments, and 5 boys, 3 girls, so that's good. I need more boys. So national championship was great. I think it gives Maggie Halloran something to work for. She got 3rd, 5th, and 7th. She had 3 All-American swims. That's insane to do by one swimmer. And Sarah Farmer was also an All-American. She placed 8th in the 100 backstroke, and Sterling Burnett placed 13th in the 100 backstroke. So it was good, and the women moved up to 14th place in the nation overall. That was a big jump. Last year we had 2 total points. Sarah Farmer was the only one who placed last year, and this year we had 85 points on the women's side. So major jump, yeah.
We're talking to Kelly Esler, the Milligan swim coach. I would think by virtue of your success this year, recruiting should be easier because you're putting Milligan's name on the map in swimming. Yeah,
it was great. I had a lot of recruits texting me saying they were watching the national results, and we actually had a couple come down to see us. So they drove 4 to 5 hours to come watch the championship. Wow. So that was good for us.
That was very good. That tells you they're committed to you in the program to come watch you swim. You're not even there on board as students yet. Yeah. So that's really cool. So for folks who may not know, you as a person, individual, you're in marathons, is that right?
I do triathlons, and I've done a couple ultra marathons, yes. So anything over 26 miles counts as an ultra. So I've done a 32 miler and a 33 miler before.
You run 32 miles?
You don't run all of it, but it's a good majority of it, yeah.
For those out there who don't know what a triathlon is, what is that?
So you swim, bike, and run in a triathlon, yes.
You swim how far?
It depends. Your sprint is probably about 800 meters. Up to Olympic distance is about a mile. And then your sprint bike is about 13. Olympic is about 26 miles. And then your run for a sprint is about a 5K, 3 miles. And then your Olympic distance is 6-mile run.
So you swim a mile. You ride a bike 13 miles.
26, yep.
And then you run
6, yeah. So that's an Olympic distance.
All on the same
day? Yeah.
Wow.
And I've
so in other words, you swim, jump out, get on a bike, and you get off the bike and you run. Is that the order?
That's right, yeah. And then I've done a half Ironman distance, which is 70 total miles. Yeah, that's the longest I've done. People do a lot worse than that.
I'm tired.
So
you're making me tired. So you swim. Make sure I get this right. In other words, you start at 8 o'clock this morning. You swim out. You get out of the water, switch clothes or whatever you do. You get on your bike, take off riding.
Yep.
You get done riding your bike at whatever distance you ride. Jump off, put on running shoes, and run.
Right. So, yeah, I've been training primarily for a sprint distance for the national championship in Ohio. That'll be in August, and so the goal is if you can make top 8 in your age group, you will make the USA team and go on to the World Championships in Switzerland. So I'm sitting way off, but I think by the time August hits, I could be sitting right around where I need to be for that. So
you're driven.
I'm trying.
Yes.
My personal trainer Shane Beer he's working me hard. So.
It's unbelievable. We're talking again to Kelly Esler. So before I let you go, tell me You've been this is your second year in Milligan. Milligan's a very special place. Look in the camera and give a sales pitch as why someone should consider either coming as an student athlete or just coming as a student at Milligan College.
So Milligan it's a very tight-knit community. We have about 1,000 undergrad students. You get to really know your professors on a one-to-one basis. Our average class size is 13 students to one professor. And it's really a family environment. You know, I've been over to the president's house several times for dinner. You get to go to your professors' houses. I have my swimmers over to my house. We go to my assistant coach's house for bonfires and stuff, and that's just kind of an environment where if you need help academically, you're going to find it, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it. As well as the traditions that Milligan College has. Wonderful Wednesday where they cancel classes once a year. You never know when that's going to be. And we just cancel classes all day and have different campus-wide activities like this famous slip and slide that we do every year. That's a fun one. And then we do things like Mr. Buff, where it's basically a male pageant where they do their different talents, and that's something that the whole campus kind of comes to. So
neat stuff. Give a shout out to hubby. Want to say hello to your husband and your assistant coaches.
Marshall Hardy and Shane Beer. Yes, those are my two.
And hubby is
Peter Essler.
Peter Essler. There you go. Peter is married to a driven lady, swim coach, and getting ready for the triathlon in August in Ohio.
Yeah.
How do you train? I mean, like would you train on a day like today, get on your bike, take off riding?
Today is a long swim day, so I'll probably end up swimming probably around 2 miles today. And then I do 3 days a week lactic training threshold where you're just pounding speed basically over and over. And then I do 3 days of longer, just easier distances. So, and that's all Shane Beer's training and programming. He's killing me.
He's killing her. I'll tell you what, she does an awesome job. We're glad she's around here. We're glad we have her in this neck of the woods. So, and I do appreciate you watching the show when you get a chance. I know obviously you're very busy with recruiting and coaching and training. So when I see you pop up on the screen, I know you got just a small window of time to hang out.
I try to get in here as often as I can.
So. Yeah, you're awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
She is an awesome young lady, I tell you. Incredible lady. So
thank you.
Quick break. We'll be right back. We will switch gears and talk Tennessee sports. The Big Orange playing tonight against Mississippi State, and we'll do that right after you hear from one of our great sponsors, Movement Mortgage. If you're looking to buy a home or sell a home, this is the man who'll help you. Our buddy Jeremy Livesey on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. With one of our great sponsors again here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, our dear friend Jeremy Livesey from Movement Mortgage. See behind us the JeremyLivesey.com and 671. This is a neat process. It's working big time for the organization. Tell me about it.
Well, basically, our 6-hour underwriting process just basically revolutionizes the area because not any other lenders are doing that. And our 7-day processing period just means that we're getting everything processes in 7 days and then 1 day to close. So once everything's final approved, it gets to the title company in 1 day.
The first number we're talking about is 6. What's that represent?
6 is from the time that we take the loan application and we submit it to the underwriting team, whatever you want to call them. About 6 hours later, we get our approval.
Here he goes.
So, yeah.
That's 6. The middle number is 7. Tell me about that.
7 is once the underwriter approves the loan, then they send us the condition sheets, and between me and my assistant and our processor, we have 7 days to get all the documents and everything back to the underwriter for our final approval.
And then the last number out of 671 would be just numero uno.
Yeah, just the 1. So once everything is done, then the closer for our team will package up everything that needs to be done at the title company for the legal part with the deed and deed of trust and notes and all that stuff. Sends all that to them, gets all the money ready, send it to them so we can close.
Website is Jeremy Livesey, Livesey, JeremyLivesey.com. VA loans, tell me about that from Movement Mortgage, Jeremy Livesey.
Yeah, this area is very good for VAs just because of the VA med centers here, and most of the people like to retire in this area, and a lot of them are veterans. So we offer 100% financing with no mortgage insurance to them. Still can close in 30 days or less. So I mean, it's not a big deal for them. And on our end, we enjoy it because we've got it down to a science. So.
Number 2, the FHA loan. Tell me about that.
FHA, it's more for people with less money to put down. Sometimes they do have some credit issues or just debt to income issues. And, depending on where they're wanting to buy at, there are some different grant programs available as well. So we do a lot of the FHAs. This area is just a hotbed for FHAs just because of the, East Tennessee. We got a lot of younger people buying. A lot of people that just don't have a lot of money to put down. They don't have the 20% down like they used to have to get to buy a house. So.
JeremyLivesey.com is the website you want to go to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll let you know what's there here in just a moment when you get there. USDA loans, tell me about those.
USDA, or the rural development loans, that's basically for the county, and they offer 100% financing as well. The guidelines for underwriting are a little bit stricter, but you do get 100% financing, so you kind of pay the price on a few things, but to get 100% financing on a $150,000, $200,000 house and get it for nothing, it's not a bad deal.
VA loans, FHA, USDA, and then last but not least, conventional loans.
Conventional is just your vanilla loans, 15, 20, sometimes 10% down, depending on what your situation is. More for your people with higher credit scores, some money down, lower debt ratios and stuff like that. They do have some advantages to it. They're a little bit easier to do as far as paperwork, and we do a ton of it.
Office located right across from the Cracker Barrel in Boones Creek. JeremyLivesey.com. 6-hour underwriting process, 7-day processing period, 1 day to close. And so, again, when we go to JeremyLivesey.com, what will we find?
You will find, like I said before, you'll find a nice picture of me. Also has a little button underneath that says Apply Now, so you can go on there and it'll actually walk you through it and tell you exactly what you need to provide as far as the documentation. And, put your name, address, phone number, social security number, all that stuff. It comes straight to my desk, and we can have you an approval the same day.
Here you go. JeremyLivesey.com, Movement Mortgage. You can check them out. Again, located physically here in Boones Creek, right across from the Cracker Barrel. But again, the website, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Jeremy, Jeremy, and then Livesey or Livesey, Livesay, easy to spell, JeremyLivesey.com. And it's a busy time right now.
It is.
And you love it.
I do.
VA, FHA, USDA, and conventional loans, give him a call. The process is called 671. Again, Jeremy Livesey, Movement Mortgage, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And we're back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are live again, as you see in the backdrop here. We're at Food City on South Roan Street. Next week will be a Food City on a Food City Friday. We'll be on Eastman Road with Tommy, the Turtle Man store. But today we're here again at Food City, South Roan Street. Let's go to the phone. He's there, our man, Kevin Harmon. Good morning, my friend. How are you?
I'm great, Tom. Beautiful day out here.
It is beautiful. It's going to warm up, and folks are complaining about the cold. I said, all you got to do is look up the road. I mean, you're in 2 feet of snow up in the northeast. So the wind's blowing out here. I can live with that.
Up there.
Yeah, I can live with this.
Yeah, they don't have, a lot of them don't have power.
No, so I'm okay sitting here at Food City, a little cool, and we're going to be all right. We could be in the middle of as you said, snow up to our ears. So tonight, let's break it down. Yeah, nor'easter in East Tennessee. Nope, they can have it. So let's talk Tennessee basketball, my friend. Number 2 seed taking on the number 7 seed Mississippi State tonight, and break it down for me. What do you think tonight for the Big Orange?
Well, it's going to have to be like last time. Tennessee neutralized their guards, and that's what Mississippi State's strength is in their backcourt or front court. Their big men don't have a whole lot of presence, and they beat you off the dribble and beat you with the guard play, and Tennessee was able to neutralize that last time. Pass the ball around the perimeter to get the good inside shot. Tonight, I just don't see how they can double team Grant Williams with the way Admiral Schofield's playing. But then again, they played a game. The tournament's a different animal. I mean, you play a game and you come back and you play another game. Georgia's got a big task tonight because this is their 3rd game in a row. Tennessee's rested. I believe the Vols will take the victory tonight. I believe that they'll, the formula for success is just exactly how they neutralize the guards and work the ball inside, get everybody into foul trouble, and just dominate the game. I believe that's what Barnes, that's what he'll do. He plays inside out. So they'll get the ball inside first, and especially with that way Admiral Schofield's playing. I think Tennessee's a tough out. Damon Fishback this morning I was watching, he described Tennessee as 5 fingers that when they play together, they fall up into a fist. Which I think is a pretty good analogy. They're really, really tough, but they're playing really good basketball right now. Everybody's excited. But I'll tell you, on that side, Tom, I wouldn't mind. If they lose, it's not the end of the world because they're still going to get a 3 seed, and they get an extra couple days rest. And that's the only bad thing about these tournaments is that, some of your better teams that win on Sunday, if they turn around after playing 2, 3, 4 games in a row, that's a tough task. So a lot of teams have done well losing in the first or second round and getting the rest and practice versus playing all the way till Sunday afternoon.
We're talking to Kevin Harmon. We're talking Tennessee basketball. So, again, Mississippi State, they played them in the regular season. They play them twice or just once, and how'd they do?
Oh, they played them once and beat them bad at Starkville. It was a huge game for both teams, and Tennessee just absolutely dominated Mississippi State. I believe it was like 66 to 52. I mean, it was really ugly. Tennessee just dominated them. And Mississippi State would make a run they could not stop Admiral Schofield. He got Player of the Week off of that game. They were able to neutralize Williams, but then Schofield ran wild. He got 25 points, and then Tennessee hit their threes. And it's going to be a tough task for Mississippi State, especially here they are playing 20 hours later after they just played a pretty intense game last time. It wasn't decided really until the final second of the game. So, LSU just couldn't hit their free throws. They couldn't hit the shots when they had a chance. But Mississippi State, made the best of it and won. So it wasn't like it was a blowout and they were able to rest their starters. So it's going to be a tough task to come back the next day and play with the same kind of intensity that you played the day before. Georgia was able to do it. But then again, they just kind of got lucky. Plus, they played Conzo Morning.
So let's take a look at the other games going on to the Southeastern Conference. We're talking to Kevin Harmon. So Georgia, as you mentioned, day one, they beat Vanderbilt by 16. Then they came back yesterday and knocked off the 5th seed Missouri 62-60. So today they play a 3:30 tip against the number 4 seed Kentucky. So the Bulldogs go 3 straight days. If they win today, they'll come back tomorrow, of course, and play. So there's a potential Georgia can play 5 straight days. And, even the young guys like they have, obviously, on this basketball team, I would think 3 or 4 days in a row with the stress and the adrenaline, the intensity of this tournament, I would think that would kind of wear on you, would it not?
It definitely will. I remember a few years back when Tennessee made it to the finals of the SEC championship, and they did not have a good team. Wade Houston, the coach, and they'd won like 4 games in a row, and the line was that, since they were playing that many games in a row, they didn't really have to worry about Wade Houston's coaching. But Tennessee was totally gassed in that game, totally gassed, and got dominated. Georgia can match up well with Kentucky, but it's 3 games in a row. That's going to be tough. I'd go with Kentucky in that game.
Let's take the first game out of the chute at 1 o'clock tip-off today. It'll be Alabama, who the 9th seed beat the 8th seed last night, yesterday afternoon. Texas A&M 71-70. Alabama takes on the number 1 seed Auburn, Bruce Pearl's War Eagles, Bruce Pearl's Tigers. So 1 o'clock today, coming up in a little over an hour. Alabama-Auburn. Who do you like there and why?
Well, I like Alabama because they're playing very well. I think Auburn, Auburn's going to miss their big man. I think that Alabama matches up very well. It's a big win for them yesterday, and especially the way they won. I think Auburn's very disappointed. Pearl got passed over for Coach of the Year. Bryce Brown didn't make the first team All-SEC, probably should have. They had a Player of the Year candidate, didn't even get in the top 5 of votes. I don't know. I mean, Auburn's either going to have a chip on their shoulder to prove everybody wrong, or the fact that they've lost their big man is really going to hurt them. But I believe I'm going to go with Alabama in that game.
Coming up top of the hour, we'll talk to Mike Hedrick, talking NASCAR. The NASCAR drivers are in Phoenix this weekend. They're going to be in Bristol in 37 days for the Food City 500. You mentioned Georgia, Kentucky. You think it's Kentucky's game on a 3:30 tip this afternoon? They're going to win that one, you think?
Yeah, I think Georgia's going to be too tired. Georgia's one man. He's got the mate, and all you guys, Kentucky's got the length and the size to guard him and double team him. And I just believe they're tired. I believe they're going to run out of gas.
Mississippi State and Tennessee, the first game of the night session at 7 o'clock. In the nightcap, you have South Carolina. South Carolina, who played day one and beat Ole Miss 85-84. Last night, Arkansas beat them. Arkansas beat them 69-64, so it'll be Florida and Arkansas. I got that wrong. Florida the number 3 seed, Arkansas the number 6 seed tonight at 9:30. You got the Gators or the Razorbacks tonight. What do you think?
Well, that's going to be a good basketball game. I'm going to go with the Razorbacks. I think they're playing really good basketball right now. Florida's still sort of searching for an identity. They won a lot of games at home. So I think on the neutral site, I think Arkansas with the one game, I don't think they're going to be quite as tired, but I believe that they'll pull out the victory. So I think you'll have Tennessee versus Arkansas in the semifinals, and you'll have Kentucky and Alabama. And probably setting up, I'm thinking, for a Tennessee-Kentucky final. That'd be something.
That would be cool. How important is it to win the SEC tournament?
It's not. Again, I'm from that camp. If they don't win it, then get more rest. I don't think it's that big a deal. You get to hang a trophy or a banner up. The Tennessee's already got one with the SEC championship. Right now, basketball is a tournament sport. It's how well you do in the tournament, which is the big dance. So, Tennessee's going to be a 3 seed. I don't think anything can stop that. So, if they lose, I don't, if they get to Sunday, of course I want them to win. But if they lose tonight or tomorrow, I want to see them win, but it's not going to be a huge concern to me because, they'll get more rest.
Who's your top 5 teams right now across the board in college basketball? Who's the hot teams going into March Madness? Who do you think we got to watch out for?
Duke, Gonzaga, of course, maybe Carolina. And, I haven't been able to really watch that many. Villanova, of course, and Tennessee. But I don't think Tennessee's got the inside presence really to make a big splash in the NCAA.
We're talking to our buddy Kevin Harmon. Let's again, we got a couple of quick notes before I let you go. Softball, Lady Vol softball, and also the quarterback transfer coming in.
Lady Vols. They're 5th in the country right now. They open up this weekend with Missouri. Again, it's if you don't have anything to do and you want to see some quality entertainment, the tickets are cheap. It's a great stadium, and it's a great way to spend an afternoon. It's supposed to be kind of nasty tomorrow, though. They've already canceled my softball tournament, so don't know how the weather will be, but they do open up with Missouri. So it's an exciting team, the 5th ranked.
And last but not least, the quarterback transfer from Stanford for Tennessee football. What's the story on this kid?
He was a good quarterback at Stanford. He hurt his knee. He came back a little early from surgery, and he didn't have the same kind of production. And he got beat out for the job. I think that's why he's transferring, because he had a younger quarterback. So, but I think that he's going to give Tennessee some depth and some competition and hopefully some leadership at that position.
Kevin Harmon.
Keller Christ.
Yep, Keller Christ. Kevin Harmon, my friend, great job as always. Enjoy your Friday. We'll talk to you next week, and go Big Orange, right?
Yes, go Big Orange. Talk to you
All
later,
right.
Tom.
You got it. Appreciate him very much. Our buddy Kevin Harmon, again with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Appreciate him very much, again, being with us on this Friday. We are live again, as we said. We're on the road today at Food City on South Roan Street. Let's run down some of these specials again, as it's the Fantastic Friday sale. Here we go. Save $5 on a Pick 5 meat. Again, mix and match any 5 specially marked meat items for $14.99 after a $5 discount and your value card. It's an awesome savings for the folks, the meat lovers out there, and a lot of folks obviously are. Wampler's mild sausage patties, limit 4, $3.99, 18 to a package, $3.99, limit 4 today. Seedless white grapes, been watching the buggies. A lot of grapes are flying out of here. Seedless white grapes, 99 cents per pound with your Food City value card. Food City fresh, whole boneless pork loin, $1.49 with your card. Also, you have Johnny Gold apples out of the produce department coming out of New York, a 5-pound bag for $2.99. Star-Kissed albacore tuna, 5-ounce can, limit 10 for 99 cents today. Hormel chili, 15-ounce can, limit 10 for 99 cents. Nabisco snack crackers for $1.79. That's the Triscuits, Wheat Thins, or Nabisco snack crackers, limit 4, $1.79 a box. Nature's Own white wheat bread, 20-ounce loaf, limit 4, $1.49 a loaf. Also today, bubbly sparkly water, 8-pack of 12-ounce cans, limit 4 for $1.99. Dunkin' Donuts coffee today, selected varieties, limit 4 for $4.99. Also, American Single Cheese, Twin Pack Craft American Singles, Limit 2, 24-ounce packages for $3.99. Yo Play Fridge Pack, selected varieties, 48-ounce fridge pack, Limit 2 for $2.99. And also today you have Armor Meat hot dogs. Again, those are Armor Meat hot dogs. Food City hot dog buns are Armor Meat hot dogs. The buns are 8 to a package. The hot dogs are 12-ounce package for $1 a piece. So you can get hot dog buns, 8 hot dog buns for $1, and 12-ounce package of Armor Meat hot dogs for $1. Both those for $1 today, and today only at your local Food City, all across the chain. Then on the flip side, you have the new mobile app. They load digital coupons, shop the ad, create shopping list, manage value points, and shop go-kart curbside pickup. All that with your Food City mobile app. They just like this show. They said, it'll never work on your phone. Well, there it is. There's the very latest. Download today. Savings is easy with their new mobile app, the digital coupons. And so here are the digital coupons you can work on today. Food Club cottage cheese, 24-ounce package or container, $2.49 minus your 50 cents off for your coupon, the digital coupon. Also, you have today their Terry's potato chips, $1 off for the coupon, so it's $1.99, so you get them for 99 cents. Simply Done paper towel, 6 to 8 rolls, regular $4.99 with the digital coupon offer, $1 off, you get them for $3.99. And then also the Food Club 24-ounce, 12-ounce can, 24-pack rather, 12-ounce cans for $4.99. The digital coupon offer is $1, you get them for $3.99. Can't beat it. And again, this is the instant savings, the digital coupon, again, at your Food City with the new mobile app. Load the digital coupon, shop the ad, create the shopping list, manage your value points, and even do the shop go-kart where you can do the curbside pickup. You can call ahead, tell them what you want. They'll put it together. You pull up beside the Food City of your choice, and they load them up. You pay them, and away you go. You don't even have to get out of your vehicle anymore. You don't even have to come into the store anymore if you don't want to. So that's something that's fairly new, and it's working great guns at all Food Cities across the 130-store chain. Quick break. We'll be right back for Phil's Dream Pit. When we come back, we'll go to the phone. He's there in Northern Virginia. Our buddy Mike Hedrick with a preview of racing today, again for the Xfinity Series tomorrow, and the race coming up on Sunday. The Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series with the Ticket Guardian 500 on Sunday and the DC Solar 200 tomorrow. He joins us next on show number 705 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back with my buddy Phil, Phil's Dream Pit again, the quest for perfect barbecue. And tell us about, big guy, tell us about the dream packs of Phil's Dream Pit.
So we offer these dream packs that we offer them in equal numbers. So like 4, 8, 12, 20, 24. I mean, we can do them as much as 100 people or more. We've had them go out for 300 people. But the dream packs are, it comes with the pork, the sauce, the buns, and 3 sides. So you could do like beans, potato salad, and coleslaw. The price ends up costing you a little under $7 a person, which is an unbelievable value around here.
Well, obviously spring's right around the corner. You're looking at people on the move, going to ball games and Little League games and just being on the move. So this is a great way to come in and get a dream pack. And or if you got an event in the backyard, a cookout, or whatever you got going on, this is a great way to feed the gang, right?
It is. And another benefit of it is sometimes people are having rehearsal dinners and they'll have volunteers from their church that will serve. So this is a very inexpensive way to hold your costs down for your rehearsal dinner or your wedding. We do offer full service catering. The price goes up a little bit to have our whole crew out there, but you could do the value packs too and have folks from church serve it and cost you under $7 a person.
Let's squeeze in too before I let him go. Meat by the pound. So again, another event coming up that you just want to come out here and buy this great meat by the pound. You do that as well.
I do. We offer the pulled chicken. We offer brisket by the pound, pork by the pound, chicken salad by the pound. The chicken salad, kind of give us a heads up if you're going to want 4 or 5 pounds of that, because we try not to make that much of it at once.
And all this on the website.
And philsdreampit.com.
Yep.
It has our catering menu. It also has our in-house menu and the value packs, and just an awesome deal.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, they're physically located right off Interstate 26, the Eastern Star exit. So Phil's Dream Pit, philsdreampit.com. The quest for perfect barbecue, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And we ate there yesterday, and I would encourage you to eat there today. And, of course, it's awesome. Phil's Dream Pit got that pulled chicken. Whew, it'll set you free with some of that original sweet barbecue sauce. Some banana pudding. Good stuff. And so we'll probably be out there tonight eating. Want to say hello to Tracy Booth Brin, also Brian Ward, Reba Fritz Shreve, and other folks liking the show. Those are new names. Thank you very much. Bill Robinson, the coach of Milligan College, and Nancy Letterman. Thank you very much. And Carla Asbury and Tim Simonet. Some of the folks watching the show, thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, like it and share it. We would appreciate you doing that. We're live here at Food City on South Roan Street in Johnson City. Monday, a really cool Jerry Keller, thank you, my friend. There's one of our listeners came by to say hello and saw him in person, and I always think that's cool, putting the name with the face and face with the name. Monday, we're going to be at Will Graham's Celebration Headquarters here in Johnson City on Boone Street. Will's coming to town next month with a celebration, the grandson of the late Dr. Billy Graham, and so we call them crusades. He calls them celebrations. We'll be doing a sports show, of course, but we will be on the road at the Will Graham Celebration Headquarters on Boone Street in North Johnson City on Monday. Can't wait for that. And then one more note before we get Mike on the phone with us. Tonight we're going to be at Chick-fil-A from 6 till 7. Got a young man who's a motivational speaker. They made fun of him. They said, you do not want to go play football because you're too small. He's 5'5", 5'6". Howard Stevens went on to be the leading rusher all time at the time at the University of Louisville. And then they laughed at him. He said, I want to play in the NFL. And he said, nah, you're too small to play in the NFL. Well, he not only played but led the NFL in punt returns for 2 years with the New Orleans Saints. He'll be our guest tonight at Chick-fil-A here in Johnson City, and we're looking forward to watching and being with him again tonight, hanging out with Howard Stevens tonight from 6 till 7 at Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in Johnson City. If you get a chance, come by and meet him, and he is dynamite speaker. We'll have him on the show tonight, and he'll be able to tell you why no matter what your limitations, no matter what you got going against you, you can do anything you want to do. He says, because, Tom, I'm 5'6", I'm living proof. So he'll be fun to talk to tonight. We'll be live with him at Chick-fil-A, and then on Monday we'll be at Will Graham Celebration Headquarters in North Johnson City. Whew, Mike Hedrick, big weekend of racing. NASCAR takes their show. Hello, Jeremiah Clark, by the way, from Appalachian Digital. Good morning, my friend, watching the show, or now good afternoon. Mike, we're taking the show into Phoenix, the refurbished and renovated in the midst of the renovation again at the racetrack again in Phoenix, or Avondale, Arizona, the ISM Raceway. Big doubleheader this weekend. Good afternoon, my friend. What's going on?
Doing good. Hey, it's tough to follow up the Phil's Dream Pit commercial right there where he's talking about all that good food. I'm sitting here, I got a peanut butter and raisin sandwich over here, Tom. You're killing me. But Phoenix, we're looking great out there. The IMS Raceway, people want to know what that is. IMS is the big screens when we go to the NASCAR races. Nowadays, we're seeing these big screens that are covering the race coverage around the track. That's who the IMS is. It's going to be a great race out there. Yeah, they have done a lot of refurbishing of the garage areas and the fan experience out there at Phoenix Raceway. It's going to be great. It's a 1 mile low bank, D-shaped tri-oval. It really has almost no banking. It's 11 degrees on one side, 9 degrees, and flat down the middle. So it's almost like a big flat track. Now, we know that Ryan Newman won the race in March last year, and in November it was Matt Kenseth. So you can see how that's going to line up for anybody to be able to do well. We know that Kevin Harvick and Jimmy Johnson, they've got the most wins. Jimmy Johnson has the most top 5s and top 10. So it's going to open it up to a lot of great races. Chevy is traditionally really good here. They've got 23 wins. We know that Chevy's down a little bit with Ford ahead, but Chevy has 23 wins, 15 for Ford and 3 for Toyota. And qualifying is going to be important at this track. You're going to want to have that good pit stall selection because, that's going to give you track position. And 12% of the races at this track here have been won from the pole, and half of the races have been won from the top 10. So you're going to want to qualify. You're going to want one well here. I don't think we're going to necessarily see everybody who, I don't know, we're going to see, Kevin Harvick just continue his race on. I think we're going to see a lot of people have a good shot at this race. Like I said, it's a nice fitting 1 mile flat track.
We're talking to Mike Hedrick, so we talk about Harvick, who is red hot, of course, and moving into Phoenix after the big win in Las Vegas. It cost him. We'll talk about that in a moment. But he has a track record of 8 wins at this weekend's venue. Also hoping to become only the 9th driver in NASCAR history to earn 9 wins or more at a track. Only other active driver to have accomplished this is 7-time Monster Energy Series champion Jimmy Johnson, who has 9 wins at Martinsville and 11 wins at Dover. And also, this will give Harvick a rare 3 in a row, accomplished only 23 times in NASCAR's modern era. Kyle Busch won Kentucky, New Hampshire, and Indianapolis in a row. Joey Logano won Charlotte, Kansas City, and Talladega in a row. That was back in 2015. And so he's going to try and do that again this weekend by winning 3 straight. And so this guy is red hot. But as we talked earlier in the week, he got in some trouble, and we knew he was going to be in trouble. And so it's come out since then. He not only got in trouble, Rodney Childers, his crew chief, got hammered for $50,000, and they lose points. So why did Harvick? He won the race. What did he do wrong, and what was the penalty assessed to Harvick, if anything? I know these other guys paid the price, but kind of give us an overview of what went wrong with Harvick in that post-race inspection.
Okay, well, we don't call it an encumbered win anymore, and so it's not really going to hurt his postseason chances there in the playoffs, and that may be why we've seen something go on, because Kevin Harvick has the win in Atlanta, so that puts him advantage, puts him locked into the playoffs. So maybe they were just kind of pushing some of the gray areas a little bit, but they got caught. When we were watching the race, most people noticed that the back passenger side, if there was a passenger in the car, back passenger window of the car was deflected down. They later on found out after that there was a broken rear window brace that had failed. And also when they got looking in there, they also found that a rocker panel extension, a piece that holds kind of the outside of the car in place, was made out of a wrong kind of a material. So they got caught on that, and like you said, that was a big fine. That was $50,000 for Rodney Childers as the crew chief, but they lost their car chief. He's suspended for 2 races. Now the bigger thing is always going to be the points. He's going to lose 20 driver points and 20 owner points. Plus, he loses the 7 points, the 5 for the win, and the 1 each for the 2 stage wins he got right there. So it actually cost him 27 points. Last time we talked on Monday, Kevin Harvick was at top of the standings. Right now, he's down at, I believe it's 5th, 100, with 108 points. So it really cost him. It looks like the momentum is going his way. The cars are going good. He seems to be on fire. But will this take a little wind out of his sail? I think we're going to wind up seeing maybe today when they get on the track here. I think at 12:30 they're going to be out on the track a little bit. But, good drivers don't let that get to them. I think good drivers, and especially drivers like Kevin Harvick, I think this may even make him angry. You may even see him drive a little bit better because, you want to blame the car and me? No, we weren't cheating. I'm a heck of a driver. So we're going to have to see how this one plays out.
We're talking to our buddy Mike Hendrick. We're live here at Food City on South Roan Street in Johnson City. One more note about that 3 in a row. It's kind of interesting, Mike. Out of the 23 times the drivers won 3 straight races, 9 out of those 23 times they went on to win the championship that particular season. So we'll see if Harvick can do 3 in a row, and can he put himself, kind of catapult himself into the catbird seat to win the championship. Of course, it's very, very early in this season. We all know that. Here's the guys in a funk. We talked about this on Monday when you were with me on the show. Jimmy Johnson, a career-long streak of 26 races without winning now, and he's not led a lap. Not one lap has he been out in front in 2018. He's got 4 wins at Phoenix, only right behind Harvick's 8, but this guy needs to get it turned around. Of course, a win will do that, but Jimmy Johnson is snake-bitten in a funk right now with the 7-time champion, and maybe this weekend, my friend, he can get things turned around.
I got great confidence in Chad Knaus and Jimmy Johnson. I think it might be the new Chevy Camaro body that they've got, and just kind of getting adjusted. It's not like you can just take on, this new plastic body and it just snaps down perfect over everything that you've been working and developing on in your shop. So there could be things that they're working on right there, but they are so focused and they're so driven and competitive. Chad Knaus as a crew chief, he's not going to let anything slide. You usually see him a little bit more stressed and more aggressive than Jimmy Johnson, who seems to be Mr. Cool even in all this. But I think that you're going to see him. I'm not saying be more aggressive, but I think you're going to see him be a little bit more in the front. I'm not going to be one of the guys that's going to hold Jimmy Johnson down too long. I think he's just too good. Now, is he going to be great and continue to win more championships or another championship? I don't know about that either. That's going to be between him and his car and his heart. I think there's a lot to be said about that. But I wouldn't count Jimmy Johnson out right now, but he has had a really tough time this year here. You figure he had an accident at Daytona. He's 38th right there. Goes to Atlanta. He's only 27th in Atlanta. He did get a 12th in Las Vegas, so maybe he's moving his way up. But, yeah, kind of tough for Jimmy Johnson, but I wouldn't count him out. In fact, being that he's got a great history at this track, maybe this is the track that he kind of turns things around a little bit.
And back in 37 days, we'll be back to Bristol to defend his crown there on the Food City 500. We're talking about Jimmy Johnson. Here's another kid that's loving going to Phoenix. JJ's won 4 times here. Here's a guy, Alex Bowman, who couldn't be happy to return home. He's from nearby Tucson. His showing at Phoenix back in 16 while substituting for then Dale Jr.'s ride really got him a chance to get a full-time ride this year, replacing the now retired Earnhardt. And so he likes Phoenix, obviously, and he's glad because that showing, as we said, for Dale Jr. that year kind of got him on the radar screen for Rick Hendrick, and voila, the rest is history. So he's excited to go back. And then we got a couple of rookies this week. Darrell Wallace Jr. and William Byron will be making their first starts on the ISM Raceway Oval. So a couple of drivers are looking forward, obviously, to being out there this weekend.
And you know what? I love that you're crunching numbers, because I think that says a lot about these young guys. Is, we look back at our stats and we go, okay, who's going to be good at Phoenix and who's going to be good at Phoenix? Well, our data is incomplete. Our data is incomplete. We don't have anything. We don't have no idea how William Byron's going to do there. Alex Bowman. We've seen glimpses of how Eric Jones, but I mean, Kyle Larson. A lot of these young guys, we don't really have. They've only raced there just a couple of times, and so I think it's still wide open. We can't really. I mean, we can pick who might be the favorites. Oh yeah, he's got so many wins, or he's favorite there. But I still think it's these young drivers are good drivers. And they're aggressive drivers, and I think that their story still needs to be written, and it's going to be written this season by them getting wins away from who we figure are the favorite picks or the veterans. Young guys are going to get in there and pick away and get them some, and they're going to write their own history. And, this could be one of those races where we see some of that. Like you said, Alex Bowman could be right at his own home track right there.
One more set of numbers before we switch to the Xfinity Series. Again, we're talking to our buddies. You see on the screen, Mike Hedrick coming up. We'll check in with Dave Martin, WLW Radio in Cincinnati, and also Bill Patrick from the nearby Kingsport Speedway joins us coming up here in a few minutes. We also got some baseball signings since last night. A couple of the free agents we've been talking about for weeks. They're off the block now. They've re-signed. We'll tell you who that is and where they're headed. We'll do that coming up here in a minute. Hello to Jerry Keller, by the way, who stopped by and is now watching the show. Appreciate that very much. Jamie McMurray has competed in 29 races at Phoenix, Mike Hedrick, without scoring a win, the longest winless streak among Cup drivers. So Jamie McMurray, that number 1 McDonald's machine for Chip Ganassi Racing, trying to turn his fortunes around this weekend out in the desert in Arizona.
And you know what? He's a great driver. He's got the Daytona win. He's got. You normally don't think of him as good on the big tracks, the super speedways. But you know what? He can get himself a win out here. I mean, he's just as capable. The race can come his way. I'm not sure that I would have him on my fantasy picks this week, as some people do the free NASCAR fantasy picks that they have going. We don't do any of the Las Vegas gambling. But I'm not sure I'd have him on my this week here. But super great driver. The Ganassi team is always going to be, putting a good car out there. You see Kyle Larson. If Kyle Larson can be right up front, there's no reason why Jamie McMurray can't be right along with him. Strong driver.
Ticket Guardian 500. They'll drop the green flag again Sunday at 3:30. Rocket Ryan Newman, having mentioned him, he's the defending champ of the race from a year ago. The Xfinity Series, the DC Solar 200, right now doesn't get much closer than this. Junior Motorsports teammates Tyler Reddick and Elliott Sadler are currently tied in the points at 123 each, atop the NASCAR Xfinity Series championship standings. So those two in the field this week. Also, you take a look at the 2017 Camping World Truck Series champion. That, of course, would be the young man known as Christopher Bale, already in conversation as a title contender, heads into the 4th race of the series in the Xfinity Series. Also, Justin Allgaier, who won it back in the spring, and the 2017 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion William Byron, Junior Motorsports, again looking for their 3rd straight win coming up this weekend on the track. And so the Xfinity Series should be a bang, wide open, and beating and banging. And you've got 4 Cup drivers out there this week. Kyle Busch, Ty Dillon, Brad Keselowski, and we mentioned Jamie McMurray. So looking for a great race tomorrow, my friend, when they drop the green flag at 4 o'clock. Mike Hedrick and the DC Solar 200 at ISM Raceway in Phoenix.
Yeah, it's going to be a great race. And like you said about the standings right there with the Tyler Reddick and Elliott Sadler and all those guys, and Christopher Bell being up front, I'm going to look for some of those guys to still be up in front of the Xfinity guys. I think we're going to see a Cup guy get the win here. just because I think they have more experience and they have the power of their team. So I'm looking for a Cup guy to get the win. But I think we're going to see the guys that are up front, the junior motorsports. They're very strong. And then that Christopher Bell, I'm driving for Joe Gibbs Racing. Very aggressive young kid, very aggressive, very mature in the way that he's learned, pays attention, came up out of Kyle Busch Motorsports, and so he knows how to be a technical driver, but he also knows how to have an edge. Kyle Busch taught him how to have an edge and just make some room for himself sometimes. We saw him do that to even Eric Jones last year when he got up in the when they raced together. So I think you're going to see those same guys. Elliott Sadler might be, because it's a big flat track, you might see him be the lead of the Xfinity guys. But I think we're going to see a Cup driver again win this race out here in Phoenix.
We're talking to Mike Hedrick, NASCAR Fans Reporter. He'll be back with us on Monday to kind of do a follow-up, and we'll do, of course, a preview of next week's race, which will be in Fontana, California, and a wrap-up of this weekend's racing. The Hall of Fame nominees for the class of 2019 got some heavy hitters in there. Jump in and throw out some of the names that are up. There's 20 nominees that are up for grabs for the 2019 NASCAR Hall of Fame class, again, of 2019. Who are some of the nominees?
Yeah, there's some great ones, and like I said, there's always a good list of I call them the black and white guys, where there's only photographs of them and they're black and white, and the color and the more color picture guys. But let me just throw some names out there that people that we might know might recognize. We've got Davey Allison, Buddy Baker, Harry Gant was one of the oldest drivers go. Joe Gibbs, he's got a combined 9 owner championships in the Cup and the Xfinity Series. Jeff Gordon, 4-time champion. I think he's going to be a first ballot. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually gets 100% of everybody voting him in. And we've got Alan Kwick. Now, he's a champion. Bobby Labonte, he's another champion. Roger Penske is a car owner. Jack Roush is a car owner. And Ricky Rudd. And so the thing about the list is when I see it, I recognize a bunch of the guys that are on that list. But I didn't recognize some of the names that are on that. I didn't recognize who they were. And so I think I owed it to them to kind of look and see who they were. And there was a guy named on there, Mike Stefanik, and they said he's got a record of 9 NASCAR championships. I looked it up, and yes, he does. He's got 7 Whelen Modified championships and 2 Busch championships. And so a guy like that, I think when you start picking out, they're only going to be able to put 5 of them in there. I think you put in some of those guys that are from the way be gone days. Maybe this guy here, or maybe your Buddy Baker or your Red Farmer, and then you also have to put a couple of guys that are actually still living to make the show really good. I definitely see Jeff Gordon going straight in. I think the coach Joe Gibbs is going in, but after that, I think it's how those guys vote, and they get voted on by a lot of people in the industry, whether they're drivers, team owners, tracks, media people, they all get a vote. But some really great names that are going in there, and you got to love the Hall of Fame. It's just the best of the best, and it's where the champions go.
You got it. Coming up, by the way, hello to Steve McCauley from the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He'll join us Tuesday. We will be live Monday. He'll join us Tuesday at Phil's Dream Pit. Monday, we're going to be at Will Graham Celebration Headquarters here in Johnson City, getting ready for the big crusade/celebration, April the 27th, 28th, and 29th at Freedom Hall in Johnson City. And so hello to Steve of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He joins us to give us an update on what's going on with the FCA on Tuesday. You look, again, Mike Hedrick. Hello, Steve, by the way. You look at the driver nominees. If you had to pick one besides Gordon, would it be Buddy Baker? Would it be the late Davey Allison? Would it be the late Alan Kwick? Who are some of the guys you think may step up there and get the needed votes to get put in?
If I was going to put my 5 picks in there, I already kind of got my 5. I would put Harry Gant in there. I would put Joe Gibbs in there and Jeff Gordon. And the other ones, I would put Alan Kwick in there. He's a champion. I think champions belong in there, but he's passed away. And then I would put Bobby Labonte in there. He's a champion, and he actually would be able to go and do well there. So that would be my pick. I'd put Harry Gant. He'd be one of your black and white photograph guys. Joe Gibbs, Jeff Gordon, Alan Kwick, and Bobby Labonte would be mine. And then they have the what they call the Landmark Award, and that's for people who have been kind of a part of the sport or outside. And that has Janet Guthrie and Barney and Elvin Hawkins and Jim Hunter and Ralph Seagrave that are in that. And I would pick Barney Hall. Maybe it's the media guy in me, but Barney Hall there with Motor Racing Network and everything he's done. So those would be mine there, Tom.
Well, of course, I'm selfish from a broadcasting standpoint. I'd like to see the late Barney Hall, was the pioneer in the sport, help put NASCAR into a lot of homes, a lot of businesses with MRN, the Motor Racing Network. So, and of course, we've lost him, but from a broadcasting standpoint on this side of the microphone, there's no disrespect to Janet Guthrie or anybody else. I just like to see Barney Hall get in there simply for what he did to, again, push his sport, across, as we said, across the country with MRN and into a lot of homes and businesses every Saturday and Sunday with the sport. So we'll see. But you got some great nominees. There's no bad ones, that's for sure. We're talking to Mike Hedrick. Matt Dibenedetto. Matt needed some help and got some needed help this weekend. Tell me about it.
This one is near and dear to my heart because sometimes when I got nothing, I'm kind of, looking for stuff myself. I'll bug old Drew Bedard there at Bristol Motor Speedway, and Drew will just tell me, dig. Sometimes you just got to dig and get your way out. Matt Dibenedetto, he's a great driver. He drives the number 32 Go Fast Racing Ford. They did not have funding here to go to Phoenix Raceway, so he got out on Twitter on Tuesday and made a video saying, "Hey, I'm a good driver," and blah blah blah. Well, he got a great response from Denny Hamlin, who offered to put $5,000 of funding. Denny retweeted that. Next thing you know, Kevin Harvick offered to put $5,000 if they would put his Kevin Harvick Management Company logo on the car. Darrell Waltrip jumped in and said he's got $5,000 if they'll put the Waltrip Brothers Golf Tournament on the car. By the later on that week, he had a full sponsorship for the Phoenix race for Zynga Poker. Enlist is going to be the car's primary. Enlist 9 Fight Company is going to be the secondary, and then Pit Stops for Hope is going to be the associate right there. So just goes to show that if you're a good driver and you're a hard worker, sometimes you got to ask a little bit, but there's a lot of good people out there and a lot of good. So it'll be great to see. They call him Matt Dibenedetto or Matt the Burrito. All I know is when we have him at Bristol Motor Speedway, when we have him coming down for the driver intros, he's usually one of the most dressed up and funny guys. I think he was ZZ Top this last time, so bravo for Matt D. Dig, boy, dig.
You got it. Dig, boy, dig. Mike Hedrick, great report, my friend. Thank you as always. And, hey, we'll talk to you Monday, see what happens this weekend at Phoenix. Some screen taters. I'll talk to you Monday, all right?
All right, screen taters. God bless everybody real good. Woo-hoo-hoo.
There's my man, Mike Hedrick, in the NASCAR Fans Report. Appreciate him very much. We are live again here at Food City, again on this Food City Friday. We appreciate you being with us, and we've got my man Dave Martin coming up here in just a minute. We've also got my man Bill Patrick going to join us here in just a second. Did he get here early? He did. Let's go ahead and put him on. We'll get him on here in just a second. Let's bring you up some baseball news before we go to the break. Nope. That one right there. After losing Eric Hosmer and Lorenzo Cain to free agency over the winter, the Kansas City Royals appear to be close getting one of the core players back, Mike Moustakas, again agreeing to a $6.5 million one-year contract to be back, again with a one-year deal with the third baseman, Mike Moustakas. The mutual option is for all intents and purposes a way for the Royals to push some money onto the club's 2019 payroll. And so Moustakas, again, last year, 38 home runs, that's a Royals franchise record, 38 long balls, hit .272, a one-year deal worth $6.5 million guarantee. Has to be a bitter pill to swallow. He wanted more than that, but nobody's reaching out to him. He says, okay, I'm going to come back and play for the Royals at 6.5. Don't cry too many crocodile tears to these guys. 6.5 million, really, for 162 games, and you're crying about it? Get a grip. So that's the kind of stuff that really turns me off. These professional athletes. Oh, I can only get 6.5 million. Okay, yeah, you're probably worth more than that, I guess, as far as market value. But, I'm looking out through here to these folks that are out here grinding it out every day, trying to keep the lights on and the bills paid and so on and so forth. And this guy's crying because he's only making $6.5 million. Suck it up and come out and join us here in Main Street America, cowboy. It's like, I feel better. Unbelievable. These guys are so petted and so spoiled, and I can't make it on $6.5 million. Yeah, they ought to be glad, quite frankly, they're in a country that allows you to even have the opportunity to go out and make the kind of money these guys are making. Tell me why you're complaining about $6.5 million for 162 days of work. Opening day 3 weeks away, the Colorado Rockies have turned a familiar face for a lineup boost. They reported close to re-signing their outfielder Carlos Gonzalez to a 1-year contract. 32 years old, been with the Rockies since 2009. Again, last season, his worst season since his rookie year, but he still had 14 home runs in 136 games, batted .262. And so there's a chance that he may go back and play for the Colorado Rockies. No money has been exchanged as to what he's going to be paid, but if I can't make it on $6.5 million, I don't know how I'm going to do it. You talking about chapping me, that just fires me up. We got people out here just struggling to get by.
If I had that 1 year, I wouldn't ever have to work again.
It's ridiculous. I mean, man, I'm going to shut up before I get really jacked up. So, all right, let's run through the National Hockey League last night. Before we take a break, we got Bill going to be right here with us talking Kingsport Speedway. The Predators last night made it 10 in a row. Nashville skates past Anaheim 4-2. It was Carolina, Vegas, Florida, Tampa Bay, Buffalo, Winnipeg, Columbus, and Boston all get wins on the ice tonight. You have a good one, Anaheim with 34 wins, skating in Dallas with 37 wins. Also Detroit skates in Columbus, Calgary skates in Ottawa, Minnesota the Wild in Vancouver against the Canucks. All that's going on again for today on a light night. Tomorrow night you've got the Predators at home against New Jersey. 8 o'clock to drop the puck in Nashville. Nashville 44-14, New Jersey 34-26. Others good ones tomorrow night. Winnipeg skates at Philadelphia, Washington at San Jose, the St. Louis Blues in Los Angeles, the Rangers in Florida, and the defending Stanley Cup champion Pittsburgh Penguins in Toronto. The Pens at 39-25, Toronto at 39-22, and also Minnesota skates at Edmonton tomorrow night as well. So that's a pretty good lineup of the National Hockey League as we wind down the regular season and playoffs right around the corner. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 705. We're live again, as we said, on the road at Food City on South Roan Street. Before we get Bill in here, just to give you a quick update on spring football practice for the Southeastern Conference. Vanderbilt starts on the 24th. South Carolina spring practice starts on March 31st. You have 3 starting on April the 7th in a couple of weeks. Arkansas, Auburn, and Ole Miss. Kentucky, the Wildcats start their spring practice on April the 13th. 3 more on the 14th. Florida, Missouri, and Jimbo Fisher making $20,000 a day. Did you know that? $20,000 a day, 7 days a week.
Goodness.
He wakes up and goes, honey, I guess he's married, I don't even know, but whoever or whatever, goes off and says, guys, I'm making $20,000 today, every day. That's what the boosters are paying this guy. $20,000 a day. And so his football team starts practice on April the 14th. On April the 21st, we've got 5 teams starting the spring practice, including Alabama, the defending national champions, the national runner-ups, the Georgia Bulldogs, LSU, Mississippi State, and the Big Orange of Tennessee, all starting spring practice on April the 21st. So that's what's going on in the Southeastern Conference in college football for spring practice. There is my man's name. Let's get his mug on the screen. We're live here at Food City on South Roan Street. Food City, a big sponsor, again, of the racing this year at Kingsport Speedway. Our buddy Bill Patrick. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing great. I'm cooled down now after a guy says he can't make it on $6.5 million for 162 games.
I get by with that 1 year, I wouldn't have to work again.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable how spoiled and pampered these guys are. Anyway, let's move on. Kingsport Speedway had practice here last week. How'd that go?
We had quite a few cars there. Having practice again today, they added one, so they're over there probably getting ready to fire up right about now, and then they'll be going through 6 o'clock this afternoon. We're supposed to have practice again tomorrow, weather permitting, and it looks like everybody I'm seeing on Facebook planning on trying to be there tomorrow, so there'll be a big car count there tomorrow practicing.
Speaking of tomorrow, the weather forecast, in case you haven't seen it, Southwest Virginia, the mountains between here and Pikeville, Kentucky, you're calling for 2 to 3 inches of snow and some cold temperatures. Needless to say, to get the snow, you got to have cold weather. It goes out saying to have cold weather, you got to have snow. But they've got some wintry weather coming, so we're supposed to have rain here in the Tri-Cities, so that may be kind of up in the air whether we have practice. But again, we had a great practice the other day. Somebody was doing some Facebook on it, and I was watching. There was quite a number of cars, and looked like there's some fans in the stands watching too.
Yeah, quite a pretty good turnout. There was quite a few cars. They came and went all day long. They test a while, leave, and go get another car, come back and test some more. So we had a little bit of everything. We had Van Dyke over there, and we had Chase Dixon was there, and Hannah Seal was there. I seen some down there watching that wasn't actually practicing, but some of the drivers were there. So it was a pretty good turnout for the first practice session. So today's another one. I don't know how many will be there today, but every practice we're going to pick up more and more. Next weekend, I'm sure Thursday and Friday are practice sessions. I'm sure about everybody will be there then. And,
wow. Because tomorrow, you're 2 weeks out from the start of the season on the 24th.
Next Saturday. We're only a week away.
24th?
Yeah, and next week, 24th. What is today?
Next week, 17th.
17th? Well, we got 2 more.
2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. By the way, we haven't even mentioned this. Tomorrow night is daylight savings time. I haven't even mentioned that all week long, but I'll check my calendar. Let me make sure I'm right. I'm 99% sure it's daylight savings time. We set our clocks forward 1 hour. Let me make sure I got that right on my, daylight savings time tomorrow night. When you go to bed, set your clocks forward 1 hour, change the batteries in your smoke detector. That's tomorrow night, so we're going to get an extra hour of daylight, so we'll stay daylight longer, which is good, and it'll be darker in the morning. So daylight savings time tomorrow night, set your clocks forward 1 hour when you go to bed tomorrow evening, and you'll be on time for church on Sunday. So we're talking to Bill Patrick, Kingsport Speedway. So we are 2 weeks away from opening day on the 24th tomorrow, 2 weeks from tomorrow on the 24th at the Concrete Jungle. And again, everything you're hearing, car count's going to be big this year.
It's going to be big this year. So for 2 weeks, and then we'll be practicing today, tomorrow, and next Saturday. Then it'll be Thursday and Friday. So it's about 4 practice sessions before we actually throw the green flag.
You can tell it's getting busy in here because that door stays open and that wind's blowing in
there.
there.
I felt that all morning.
Back of my britches is
Garage
my hiney's
door
cold.
Up in the shop, and I was
Hi, Nikki McAllister. How are you? I'm doing good. Merry Christmas to you and yours. Yeah. Happy New Year. Yeah. I love that lady. She is awesome. Nikki McAllister in here doing a little shopping. So yeah, it is cool out there today. But you know what? Everybody's complaining about the cold. Up in the Northeast, they got 2 to 3 feet of snow.
Yeah, well,
I'm okay.
Some guys followed me in the store last night. I think he said, well, this time in about 3 more months, we'll be wishing some of this cool air was back.
Well, absolutely. We'll be belly aching about the heat then.
Yeah.
We're the biggest bunch of,
Can't be satisfied.
No, we're the biggest bunch of crybabies who whine about everything. We're never happy with anything.
When I was growing up, I don't remember ever doing that. Whatever was out there, you just
dealt
wrapped
with it.
up and went on.
Yeah. Anyway, don't get me started. We're a bunch of wimps and weenies, but anyway, we're live here at Food City on South Roan Street. It is a little cool. Practice will be there tomorrow. It is open. Practice today as well, right?
Right.
Yeah. So tell me about the opening day. I know you got some things planned. We're still in the planning stages, but it's going to be a day race on the 24th, right?
It's going to be a day race. We'll probably start qualifying around 1. We'll be racing at 3 o'clock. We'll be sponsored by Food City. And I think Karen said she's thinking about it if it ends, and I'm sure we'll probably be there still till dark if it's 3 o'clock. She's thinking about fireworks. I know she's going to do them on the 4th of July and then at the end of the season, but I think she mentioned something about them at the beginning. I don't know if she's talking about down in the pits or after the race.
Probably both.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure there is always fireworks in the pits. You're down there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
You see tempers flare a little bit because
everybody's there to win.
Sure. And everybody's using a lot of their hard-earned money to, turn the ratchets and buy the tires, and so, money's at a premium. So when you get over there and you're shoestringing to get over there, a lot of these guys and ladies, you want to win the race.
All right.
And that's the name of the game. And so if you get cut
off,
off,
if you got a sponsor on your car, you want your sponsor in victory lane so you can call them over to the intercom. So.
Yeah. So it ain't rocket science. I mean, if I'm going to go out there, I'm out there to win, period.
They're competitors.
You better believe it. If I'm out there, I love you to death. If I can win and you're in my way, you're going to dump me and I'm going to dump you, right?
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. Yeah. Scotty Whaley, Lady Hilltopper basketball coach. Great year, my friend. Yeah. Doing good, growing like a weed. Yeah. You having a great day? I love this guy. He's great. Good to see you, my friend. Yep. And go Unaka Lady Rangers, right? They're still playing. They're playing Summertown this afternoon at 3:45. The Unaka Lady Rangers in the state basketball tournament, single A with the ladies. Only team still standing in Northeast Tennessee. They're playing today down in Murfreesboro. So good luck to the Carter County ladies from Unaka High School, the Lady Rangers. We're talking to Bill Patrick, Kingsport Speedway. So
my granddaughter plays for Junior Rangers at Unaka.
Oh, really?
Yeah, softball.
Oh,
She's getting fired up.
Yeah, it's great. Baseball and softball starts on Monday and Tuesday. People say it's going to be cold. Put on long johns.
Yeah.
Put on gloves. We got to go. Got to make it happen. So we got to be tough. We're not tough enough, are we? We're not tough.
Evidently
I'm like
not.
you. We were little. We just did. We never even thought about it.
We didn't even know what air conditioner was.
Remember those old brown jersey gloves you had that was like paper thin? We was out playing in the snow. Never even thought anything about them.
Got some out there in my car.
Yeah, I mean, that's, but now you got to have, insulated gloves, all this stuff. These kids, and I'm thinking, God, just get out there and.
You never thought nothing about it?
No, we just got out there and played. We was lucky. We're glad we got to go sled riding when we were kids.
Oh yeah.
We didn't care what we had on our hands. Just
pick up whatever you could to sleigh ride too.
There
we
you
couldn't
go.
afford a sled, so you'd get a car hood or a piece of metal or something.
Saucer, those old saucers. Saucer about this big, pile about 10 people on it. Down the hill you went.
Old tire tube.
There you go. There you go. We're here live again at Chick-fil-A at Food City on South Roan Street. I saw a Chick-fil-A commercial over there I got to read. So tickets again are on sale. Will be on sale. We had Miss Clendenin on last week talking about the Kids Club. That'll be up and running on the 24th, right?
Right.
So it's all good. And then there's a website, newkingsportspeedway.com.
Right. Yeah, it's got the points, what classes will be running, the schedule. If you want to build a car, the rules for each class is on there. So
it's all right there.
Right. And Will's working to get everything up exactly like it should be. So
now next week we'll be at Eastman Road in Kingsport, and I'm pretty sure you told me we're going to have Robbie Ferguson there. I think, isn't that right? You're trying to get him there.
I'll try him or Rick Pinnell or somebody will get him there.
Get him. We'll be at Food City Eastman Road next week, so you want to load the wagon and get him over there.
We'll do it.
And then in 2 weeks we'll be ready to roll for the drop the green flag and see where I'm going to be in 2 weeks. You don't remember. 2 weeks. I'm not sure where I'm going to be. I can't read my writing.
That's not good.
It says Pigeon Forge, but I don't know why I'd be at Pigeon Forge, Food City. But anyway, 2 weeks right before the race, we'll find out, and we'll get some people loaded up and ready to go. What do you want to leave us with today, my friend? Hello, Chad Fletcher. Appreciate Chad Fletcher watching the show. What do you want to leave us with?
Well, might ought to tell somebody you love them today because tomorrow's not promised.
Amen, brother. Well, that is a very good way to end this. Tell somebody you love them because tomorrow ain't promised.
Right.
You got good news? Everything good?
Everything's good.
No.
Everything's good.
Man had a heart cath that day. We was over to the Johnson City Mall and came out of the hospital to come over there and be on the show. Of course, he's getting out anyway, but came straight to the show. So this guy, talking about being tough. You have a heart cath one day, and you're sitting in front of me the next day talking Kingsport Speedway. That's tough.
Left hospital, got a shower, and headed straight to you. So.
Tougher than a pine knot. So there you go. All right. I appreciate you coming by.
All right.
I'll see you next week if you can make it Eastman Road. If not, send somebody. We'll be ready.
I'll have you somebody there.
Yeah. This guy's like my my booking agent for the Kingsport Speedway, the Concrete Jungle. That's our buddy again, Bill Patrick. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll break down some NBA, and we'll also go to the phone. He's waiting on us in Cincinnati, Ohio, riding away with Dave. Crazy Dave Barton joins us next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thank you, my friend, for coming by the way.
All right.
I don't thank you enough. This guy's awesome and a dear friend. I appreciate him and Mrs. Patrick very much. And so from Kingsport Speedway at newkingsportspeedway.com.
Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Do you like pulled pork? At Phil's, the pulled pork is cooked low and slow. We cook it all night, but we serve it fast. Our pulled pork is hickory smoked, tender and juicy. We serve the pork either as a sandwich on a bun or platter style with garlic toast. And don't forget to try our pork wings. They taste like a cross between ham and our sweet ribs. It comes as a meal, as an add-on, or part of our meat sampler platters. Pulled pork and pork wings. Just two great reasons to stop by Phil's Dream Pit. Eastern Star exit off I-26, 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the crossings in North Johnson City.
We're back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's go to the phone. He's there, our buddy, riding away with Dave on 700 WLW in Cincinnati. He'll be there tonight. He'll be there tomorrow night. We'll be with him tomorrow night. Talk a little NASCAR. Good afternoon, my friend. How are you?
Good, thank you. Yeah, I'm finally doing a Friday night show. The station had their info commercial with Mr. Motorcoat in the last couple Friday nights. But, yeah, I'll be in the saddle tonight. 700 WLW. Homie, your good buddies, the Reds. Of course, they're not really making too much noise right now. They're in the Cactus League. But, I mean, that's to be expected. I pretty much brief you on that. Don't get nervous if they don't look too good in spring training because they're trying to put together a pitching staff, and they've got about 35 arms they were going to be trying out. So they've taken some lumps, but that's okay. It's what it is, spring training, right?
Sure, and there's a lot of experimenting, putting guys here and putting guys there and using pitchers so many innings, kind of see what they're doing. So, you want to win, but you're also trying to get ready for what counts. That's regular season. So I don't put a lot of stock in spring training, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be on 700 WLW with the Cowboy Jeff Brantley and of course, the Hall of Fame announcer Marty Brenneman. So, and you can hear it down here clear as a bell at night. I sit outside in my backyard and get me something good to eat and something cool to drink and sit and listen to the Reds late at night. It's good stuff. So He's there on the American
Oh, yeah.
Trucking Network. My man Dave Martin riding away with Davies here on the screen from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. So let's take a look at the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs play tonight out on the left coast against the Clippers. Cavs at 38-26, Clippers at 34-29. And what's your take on the Cavaliers since we visited last Friday?
Well, you know, the headlines from the Plain Dealer from yesterday, the James Nance combination off to a stellar start. It's been a big fan favorite, and plus he's really helped rejuvenate the team. Larry Nance Jr. The Cavs, I mean, they've had a few bumps. The biggest thing that the people should know about the Cavs is that Kevin Love, he broke his hand and he's been recuperating, and then it came out, it's probably a national story, I don't know if you saw it or not, about Kevin Love's getting all kinds of messages of support and everything for it coming out that he had a couple panic attacks, and that's why he left one game early and he missed practices. Of course, a bunch of the crybabies on the Cavs, little Isaiah Thomas and a couple of the other guys, they didn't know what was going on. They started, calling him a quitter and blah, 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 and all this and that. And the coach for the Cavs, thought it was more of a personal matter and wanted to keep it quiet and what have you. But now Kevin Love has come out and talked about it, and so he's getting all kinds of support pouring in all around the country. But he's getting some treatment, and plus he's getting his hand healed up. And I really think when Kevin Love comes back, you're going to see the Cavs start to fire in all cylinders. They've got a couple other guys that are banged up. That big lug there that's supposed to be playing center signed that big contract, and he goes out there and hangs out with that one Kardashian, and his game's went right down in the tank. But supposedly LeBron's giving him a tongue lashing, and I guess he's trying to get a little bit in shape. But when he comes back, if he can at least do anything in the middle, that would help the Cavs. But I think when Kevin Love comes back and you get his three-point shooting, he was hitting about 40% from three-point line. He's actually going to play in the All-Star game and be one of the top contenders on the three-point shootout, which I enjoy that as much as anything. But, the Cavs are going to come back, and they're going to be right up there. I'll still look for them to come out of the East because LeBron's really upped his game. You probably saw that, and I don't know if it's because he thinks he's going to be a free agent again. And, them hoodlums out there in L.A., I guess they're putting up a big billboard now, saying, come on out here, LeBron, this is where you belong. We got the stars, and we got Oprah, and we got all this and that. And because LeBron's a big lefty at heart, which kind of, troubles me a little bit. He's not too sharp when it comes to politics, but I'll cut him a free pass on that. Hell, you can't expect everybody to do everything all the time. You know what I mean?
We're talking to Dave Martin to get right away with Dave. Well, that's the reason I want to go play anywhere. Oprah Winfrey's going to be there. Not a chance. If I thought she was going to be there, I'm not coming. So, anyway, he's,
Well, she's not the only one. There's plenty of kooks and nuts and, whatever. And I think old Jack is still showing up at the Lakers game, so LeBron might think he'd get a chance to pal around with his crowd, So, I don't know. But, I mean, right now I think LeBron's focused on, going up against Golden State because, his pencil-thin buddy over there, he's living high on the hog right now, Kevin Durant, and he kind of showed LeBron up last year. And I think he's still, even though they were palling around and they had a commercial riding around in a SUV or something like that, putting a bad mouth on our wonderful president. Hey, did you see the headlines? All the hard blue-collar working steel guys got to go over and meet the president and how happy they all are about this tariff thing. Trump's finally trying to level the playing field, and hell, that's going to help probably a lot of folks down there in Nashville and Tennessee too, and your home turf, West Virginia and Ohio and Pennsylvania and Michigan, and bring back the steel aluminum industry right here in our country, so we can help out our military. It's all wonderful news, and the crackpots on the left want to badmouth our wonderful president. That kind of gets under my craw a little bit. You know what I'm saying, Tommy?
Yeah, because he's bringing jobs back, and of course, the steel was one of the backbones of this country being built back in the day, and so now he's bringing it back, saying, okay, we want to bring it back to America. I'm all for it, and you have people who hate this guy so bad. We're not going to get into politics. We hate this guy so bad that they would, sacrifice the betterment of this country just to get back at this guy, which I don't get. So more power to President Trump.
Sabotage him.
Yeah. So keep doing it, my friend. He's doing exactly what he said he's going to do.
Yeah, the whole point is, when you talk sports nowadays, you got to have a little bit of a political flair to you because, the left, they're all about mixing politics with sports. We saw that with the NFL, but everything Donald Trump is doing is backfiring. Stretch Pelosi, or if you want to call her Crumb, she's out there crying the blues and all the blue-collar workers. Like I said, all the states I just named, they're all happy as a lark, and how they're probably going to be about 80% voting for Trump. The coal industry's coming back, and, of course, you need the coal to fire up those steel mills and everything like that. So I'm pretty happy about all that, and, Trump's still following the baseball. And besides that, even the lefties are crying the blues. Did you hear about that little rocket man over there in North Korea? He's claiming he's going to get rid of all his missiles and this and that, and want to come over and meet with the Trumpster. And I'm sure he'll try to talk Trump into taking one of the playoff games, one of the NBA playoff games. And, of course, Trumpster's good buddies with Dennis Rodman, and he'll probably get him in tow and sign the deal, and we'll get some world peace. And that would have never been accomplished without our wonderful president and playing tough guy and standing up for the USA instead of bowing to everybody. But getting back to sports, I know you want to talk a little bit of March Madness because that's right on the horizon. I don't follow it real close, but I think that Duke's got a mission, and I think they're going to be a tough team, and I think it's going to be wide open. Of course, you got Xavier, and you got Cincinnati Bearcats have been pretty much top 10 teams all season. And the thing I like about those teams is they can play a little defense, and they've got, a tough, hard-nosed team. So it really depends where they end up in the drawings. I think Kansas, I think that they're going to surprise some people. And North Carolina's starting to get healthy. So it's going to be wide open this year. But, you got the powerhouses out there right now, Virginia and Villanova. But you know who I saw the other night that really impressed me because they're a good team playing squad, and they look like they're pretty savvy too, and they had a pretty good run last year. It's Gonzaga.
I think you're right on. Gonzaga is a very, very big team to be keeping an eye out for. The Xavier Musketeers as well, so right there in Cincinnati. So, of course, all the tournaments wrap up this weekend, and the pairings will be announced Sunday night. So we'll see who's playing where and who goes where. And by this time next week, it'll be wide open into March Madness. So, in closing, before I let you go here, we're talking to our buddy Riding Away with Dave. Again, tell them where we can hear you tonight, tomorrow night, and then I'll be with you tomorrow night for a little while talking NASCAR and Bristol Motor Speedway. So how do we find Riding Away with Dave on the radio?
Yeah, it's pretty easy, 700 AM. If you can't pick it up on your AM radio, then you can always get it free with the iHeart Radio app. You just type in 700 WLW, and I'll be live tonight midnight, and this is something you might want to tune in, Tommy, while you're sitting there on your porch enjoying the scenery and sipping on a cold brewskis. I've got a 30-year-plus law enforcement officer that has him a brand new, I think it's a 2017 Harley because he wrote it down in the studio last year. But he's going to be in the studio tonight, and he's bringing in his 19-year-old daughter that's going to school to become a police officer. I'll have to talk to her and see if she's sure she wants to do that the way law enforcement's under siege nowadays. But they're going to be special guests in the studio, and we're going to talk a lot about what's going on with the gun issue. The jugheads over here in Ohio, they got some stupid-ass bill they put together, talking about, well, we can't have no guns. They got more than about an 8-bullet clip in it and blah, blah, blah. And, because of that tragic incident with some jackass kid that they let, flim-flam around for years and years, and the cops wouldn't arrest him or wouldn't charge him or do this and that. We had a tragic shooting down there in Florida, but that doesn't have anything to do with the law-abiding citizens, whether it's in Ohio or Tennessee or all around the country. But these leftist-type politicians want to take away your guns, take away your ammo, take away your rights, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to be a hell of a show tonight because he's going to come in and we're going to talk all about that issue, the gun issue, and we're going to also talk about the tragic drug issue with all the hooligans from down, bringing in their drugs, whether it's Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, and peddling them on around. And Trump's already sent Jeff Sessions out there to California to lay down the law. So it's going to be a hell of a show. So you might want to tune it in. You'll get some real entertainment because the phone lines will be open. And my buddy, man, he tells it like it is. You know what I'm saying? 30 years in law enforcement, rides a Harley. Oh, yeah, and he's one of the top dogs with the Iron Shield Motorcycle Club. And that's the law enforcement biker group. Bunch of real good guys and gals and stuff.
All right, we'll have him on tonight. We'll check him out at 700 WLW in Cincinnati, midnight to 6. And we'll be there tomorrow night talking NASCAR and Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah.
Riding away with Dave, man. Great report. I'll talk to you tomorrow night, all right?
Sounds good. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the weekend, and I'll be looking forward to talking to you Saturday night because you pay a visit with us there, and we have a hell of a good time. The truckers sure in hell enjoy you coming on board, Tommy. So thank you for all that, man.
You're awesome. I'll talk to you then, all right?
I'll see you. See you, brother.
Yep. Good man right there, our buddy, riding away with Dave. Dave Martin, WLW Radio in Cincinnati on the big one. AM 700, home of the Reds across 38 states. And as I said, at nighttime, you can sit here and listen to 700 clear as a bell from Cincinnati on your AM dial, on your radio, AM 700 WLW. All right, we are getting ready to wrap this thing up. Again, good luck to Unaca's Lady Rangers taking on Summertown this afternoon in the girls' semifinal state basketball tournament in Murfreesboro. Also, Gate City tonight taking on Robert E. Lee Stanton in the championship of the boys in 2A. Also, the Eastside Spartans in Single A playing tonight for the championship against Lancaster. And then also the Y Central ladies will take on Buffalo Gap for the state championship. So there's a potential of bringing 3 state championships back to Southwest Virginia tonight. And also a chance for the Lone Ranger, the Lady Rangers of Unaca, bringing back a state championship tomorrow. Of course, today's the semis. Tomorrow would be the championship for the single A girls basketball. Next week, North Green will be down there as the lone representative for the boys basketball in Northeast Tennessee to the state tournament in Murfreesboro, Metro Nashville, coming up again next week. So we are out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Again, busy show. Thank you as always. We're here at Food City on South Roan Street, show number 705. We had Lisa Johnson on with the Food City Family Race Night coming up on April the 13th on that Friday night. Kyle Busch has already signed on. He's going to be there. Martin Triggs Jr., the defending Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series points champion from last year, will be there in a meet and greet. Also his younger brother Ryan Truex, Jeffrey Earnhart, Ryan Reed, and they're starting to line up all the drivers. There'll be more added to it as we get closer to the event coming up in about 35 days out. And so thank you for Lisa for being here. Kelly Essler, what a sweetheart. Lady runs a triathlon, or participates in triathlon. She runs, that's what she says, she swims about 800 miles, jumps out of the pool, gets on a bike and rides about 400 miles, and gets off the bike and runs about 200 miles. So that just made me tired talking to her, but I appreciate her. She's been watching the show again. Kelly Essler, the swim coach at Milligan College. What a nice young lady. Kevin Harmon talking Tennessee football, and in this case, Tennessee basketball. The Big Orange taking on Mississippi State tonight at the quarterfinals of the SEC tournament in St. Louis. Mike Hedrick, NASCAR fans report on a preview of the racing this weekend, the Xfinity Series tomorrow, and then, of course, the Cup Series on Sunday in Phoenix. Justin Allgaier, the defending champ of the Xfinity race, and Rocket Ryan Newman, the winner of the race a year ago in Phoenix in the Cup Series. Thanks also to Bill Patrick stopping by the Kingsport Speedway. Practice there today and tomorrow. And we're 2 weeks out from the opening day on that Saturday, the 24th, at the Concrete Jungle Kingsport Speedway. And, of course, just now, Dave Martin from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. Next week, we're wide open. Couple of a brand new spot on Monday. We're going to be at the Will Graham Celebration Headquarters on Boone Street in North Johnson City. We'll take the show there Monday. Obviously, we're going to talk to some folks about Will Graham's celebration, but also a full sports show as well. Tuesday, we'll be at Phil's Dream Pit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Oh, yeah. We'll be there broadcasting live on Tuesday. Wednesday, we'll be at Chick-fil-A. Thursday, it's a food thing next week. Tuesday, Phil's Dream Pit. Wednesday, Chick-fil-A. Next Thursday, we're going to Park Champion Chevrolet for a week. We're going to go to Freddy's in North Johnson City. And then next Friday, we'll be right back at Food City. This time, Food City on Eastman Road in Kingsport. We've got Isabella Vanderbeest going to join us. Young lady's a golfer at Dobbins Minute. We're going to be joined by her. Also, some drivers at the Kingsport Speedway. Mike Hedrick will join us next Friday with a preview of racing in Fontana, California. So we got lots going on next week as well on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So we wrap up show number 705. We hope that you'll go to your church house of choice coming up on Sunday and worship the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. He's worthy. Our verse of the day, again, to wrap it up, Romans 8, 37 through 39 says, you can be a conqueror in all things through my love. For neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers will separate you from my love. That's coming from the Lord himself. And so we hope that you go out and worship at the church of your choice on Sunday. And get out there and worship the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And not just on Sunday. He's worthy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for us to praise him. And we always close our show by simply asking you this question that you have to answer. We all have to answer, but the question we all have to answer one way or the other is very simple. What are you going to do with Jesus? You're either going to accept him or reject him. But not answering that, you pretty much gave an answer. And you can read the good book, and those who accept him, it's going to be a whole lot better than those who reject him. And it's forever and ever and ever, whether you accept him or reject him. So if you haven't, we would strongly encourage you to we would strongly encourage you to, again, give your heart to the Lord. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Have a great weekend. Back tonight at 6 o'clock at Chick-fil-A, meeting motivational speaker, former NFL running back that said he was too short and too small to play football. Howard Stevens, go do something else. You're too little. You can't play football. He said, yes, I can. I can do it. Can't don't work in my house, he said. He said, he went on to run the football for the University of Louisville Cardinals under then coach Howard Schnellenberger, and then moved on to the NFL, where he led the NFL in punt returns for 1 or 2 seasons. We'll get an update and a clarification on that tonight when he played football for the New Orleans Saints. So he'll join us tonight in a special 1-hour visit from Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City. Get a chance to come by and meet this guy. He's phenomenal, and again, a motivational speaker. And if he don't get you fired up, I promise you, you're done being around Howard Stevens for a few minutes. If Howard Stevens doesn't fire you up, then your wood is wet, I can tell you that. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Till we see you tonight at 6 o'clock at Chick-fil-A in North Johnson City. As always, we'll tell you, win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for listening and liking and sharing the show as we wrap up show number 705 from Food City and South Roan Street in Johnson City. So long, everybody.